Everyone wants the big transformation. Some of us have been compounding the wrong habits. Just because the work isn't paying off yet doesn't mean it's not working. I used to have to tuck my shirt down every 5 minutes so that my stomach wouldn't show. Winners and losers have the same goals. Every action is the vote for the kind of person you're becoming. Time exposes everybody. Good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your op. So choose wisely. What it do, YouTube? Tay Millie, man. Back again with another video. Before we do get into this one, please be sure to follow me on all platforms at TayXMillie. All right? Today we got a great one. Today, I'm gonna be covering the first 3 chapters of Atomic Habits, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Tay, haven't you already spoken on Atomic Habits in the past? Yes, but prior, I only had the audiobook. I recently went to Barnes & Noble's off a whim, and I picked up the physical version of Atomic Habits. And let me tell you, audiobooks suck, right? Get the physical. Physical versions, they sit way better in the mind. If you ask me, for me, they sit way better in the mind. Audiobooks, they're nice to listen to, but they don't really help with retention at all. But yeah, today I'm gonna be covering the first 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is gonna be titled The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Chapter 2 is going to be titled How Your Habits Shape Your Identity and Vice Versa. In Chapter 3, we got How to Build Better Habits in 4 Simple Steps. These first 3 chapters are basically the fundamentals. It's actually titled as such. The header, I know it's bright as hell, you can't really see the pages, but the header reads The Fundamentals. So without further ado, let's get into it, right? You ever sit back and think, bro, how am I still in the same place? Like, you swear you're trying, but life's still moving like you're in dialogue. Listen, it's not that you're dumb. It's not that life is unfair. It's not that God put you on rookie difficulty. It's your habits, your systems, and your identity. You're trying to get big results off small excuses. That's why today I'm breaking down the first 3 chapters of Atomic Habits, but not in some corny self-improvement guru type of way. I'm gonna kick it to you like Tay Millie, mixed with pain, humor, and a whole lot of truth. A lot of people think they need a miracle before they need discipline. They'll say, I need motivation. I need the right partner. I need the right job. I just need a sign. But here's the real sign. Your life isn't stuck. Your habits are stuck. If you change your daily behavior, your whole identity would shift. And if your identity shifts, your whole life will change. Now let me walk you through how, starting with Chapter 1, The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Everyone, look around you. Everyone wants the big transformation, but nobody wants to look stupid being a beginning. We want the 6-pack without the months of looking like a bag of laundry. We want success, but without being the guy grinding in silence while people clown you. But when I was reading, James Clear hit me with a bar. He said, if you just get 1% better every single day for a year, by the end, you will be 37 times better. Not 37% better, 37 times better. Meanwhile, 1% worse every day, you just become a walking L. So be honest. Some of us have been compounding the wrong habits. Scrolling, skipping, postponing, avoiding, eating every emotion like it's an entree. James calls habits the compound interest of self-improvement. The Tay Millie translation, you don't get what you want, you get what you repeat. I'm about to burp. Now let me intro something that most people never understand. Just because the work isn't paying off yet doesn't mean it's not working. This is called the Plateau of Latent Potential, the nothing is happening phase. And to show you this is real, let me use my own life. There were many times in my life I felt invisible. I mean, girls used to treat me like background furniture. When I was overweight, struggling, unhappy, I used to have to tuck my shirt down every 5 minutes so that my stomach wouldn't show. I remember during high school PE, swimming was mandatory. I used to swim with my shirt on. I would catch myself avoiding pictures or getting really insecure when we had to take them. And I would even avoid mirrors whenever I walked by because I just hated what I used to see. I was living in stealth mode against my own will. And the crazy part is that I knew I could be an amazing man to a girl one day, but my confidence wasn't showing it. And then one day I said enough. I am locking the F in. Not for girls, not for no validation, but for me. So I hit the gym, started tracking my food, I dialed in my routine, and guess what happened? Nothing at first. Just sweat, laundry, soreness, the same mirror, the same gut, the same doubts. Why does this shit keep dying, bro? Oh my God. I just want to film the video, please. And like an ice cube inching toward 32 degrees. One day, everything just snapped. 28, 29 degrees, nothing. 30, 31 degrees, nothing. And then one day, boom, 32 degrees. Suddenly my clothes were fitting different, confidence was dripping. The choosing signals was busting too. Chicks started staring at me like LeBron in Game 7. People treated me like a whole new man. But it wasn't sudden. Yes, it's actually snowing inside my car right now because I had to open my fucking window. As long as this shit don't overheat, I don't even know why it's overheating. But it wasn't sudden, it was compound. It was the 1% rule. It was the plateau of latent potential finally snapping. Most people quit at 31 degrees. Winners keep going till 32. Now people transition, right? After all that, I noticed something crazy. I didn't hit that transformation because I had a goal. I hit it because I built a system. And James Clear says, winners and losers have the same goals, but not the same systems. Every dude wants a good body. Every dude wants respect. Every dude wants success, but wanting isn't the difference. The system you run daily is. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. This brings us to chapter 2. Your identity is the real game. Once you understand systems, you realize it doesn't matter what you do if you still believe you're the type of person who fails. Habits work on 3 levels. First is outcomes. This is what you want. Second is processes. This is what you do. Third is identity. This is who you believe you are. Most of us are stuck because we're trying to change our lives instead of changing our identity. You want abs, but in your head, you're still the guy that falls off. You want discipline, but internally, you believe you're the guy who messes up. You want money, but deep down you believe, I'm just bad with finances. Identity kills more dreams than failure ever will. So this brings us to our identity-based habits. Instead of asking, what do I want? Ask yourself, who is the type of person who gets this result? You want to be in shape? Be the type of person who doesn't miss their workouts. You want to be successful? Be the type of person who gets things done. You want respect? Be the type of man who respects himself. Every action is the vote for the kind of person you're becoming. You don't need 100% of the votes. You just need enough to win the election. Now let me tell you how small habits shift identity. Most of my life, I hated reading. I've been blessed to have a phone with Instagram, YouTube, X, and y'all want me to stare at a piece of paper? Hell no. A single page used to feel like a boss battle. It was hard for me to sit still and read because my mind was always jumping. But in 2025, I told myself, I'm gonna be reading. No excuses. That was actually one of my New Year's resolutions, and for once, I actually stuck with it. And that one habit changed my whole mind. Books gave me wisdom I couldn't find on IG Reels. They improved my speech, my discipline, my mindset. They made me calmer, smarter, more dangerous in the right way. My nigga, what is going on? What is going on? Can I pretend that didn't happen? We just keep going? They sharpened my comprehension. They made me calmer, smarter, and more dangerous in the right ways. In reality, it was a tiny habit, but it had a massive identity shift. I became the type of man who reads, and that alone leveled up my entire life. Now we understand the compound effect. Identity, systems. Yeah. This is fucking nuts. Holy shit. Well, I could just keep recording. I'm not the type of dude who stops or who gives up. So let me just keep recording, man. Now you guys understand the compound effect, identity, and systems. So let's talk about the science behind habits. A habit becomes automatic through a series of 4 steps. You have the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. A cue is a trigger. The cue tells your brain, yo, something is happening. It could be a notification, a time of day, your environment, boredom, stress. I'm very stressful right now. A smell, a sound, or a person. Cues are invisible but powerful. Second, we have craving. This is wanting the state of change. But most people get it twisted. You don't crave the habit, you crave the feeling. You don't crave smoking, you crave relief. You don't crave Netflix, you crave escape. And you don't crave the gym, you crave feeling powerful. Every craving is emotional. Third, you have the response. This is what you do. And hear me out, if the response requires too much action, you won't do it. And that's why people fail. They create habits that are too big, too long, too complex. Make it easy to start. You can make it harder later. Fourth and final is the reward. This closes the loop. Rewards do two things for you. One, they satisfy you. And two, they tell your brain to do this again. If the reward sucks, the habit dies. That's why you need satisfying ones, even small ones. When you understand the habit loop, you understand the 4 questions that change everything. 1, how do I make it obvious? 2, how do I make it attractive? 3, how do I make it easy? And 4th, how do I make it satisfying? This is the cheat code, and you can literally hack it to the polar opposite if you want to break a habit, right? How do I make it not obvious? How do I make it unsatisfying, unattractive? How do I make it harder for me to commit the habit? This is how you rewire your entire life. Yo, this car does not have a fucking roof light, gang. Remember the version of me that got played left and right? That version of me didn't need motivation. He needed systems. He needed identity, habits. Those early reps in the gym, those were cues and responses. Deep down, I was craving validation and acceptance, and the reward was confidence. And months later, the identity shift finally hit. This is why the 32-degree moment matters, no matter where you are right now. 28, 29, 30, 31 degrees, you're just warming up. Do not quit before you melt. A lot of y'all want better lives with the same habits that ruined the last one. You want abs but got DoorDash on speed dial. You want discipline but scroll TikTok like it's cardio. You want respect but treat yourself like a background character. You want success, but tomorrow is your favorite hobby. Your habits are snitching on you. Time exposes everybody. Good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your op. So choose wisely. You're not stuck, you're not behind, and it's not too late. You're just at 29 degrees. You're heating up. You're building compound interest. Everything you're doing is adding up. Small wins matter, small actions matter, small habits matter, small votes matter. You don't need perfection, you just need the consistency. Because for many of you, you're 1 degree away from changing your life. So keep going. If this hit your chest today, I'm blessed. That's great. Now take notes, build your identity, build your systems, stack your 1%, and become the man you know you're capable of becoming. All right, later.